Level B1, Lesson 4, China, Richer but Repressed, Listening Part 1. Now listen to a part of the article. Cameron could not have known, of course, that on July 23rd a Chinese bullet train would be involved in one of the worst rail crashes in recent Chinese history, killing at least 40 people. Within 8 hours, search and rescue efforts ended, and at least one of the train cars was buried. By the end of the week, all media were ordered to avoid the issue and to stop anger and questions that had been flooding newspapers, television, and the internet. The premier, in his role as kindly Uncle Wen, eventually visited the scene. Asked by reporters why the crash evidence had been buried, Wen replied, "It is for the people." What we have here are two images. There is the super dynamic China, with cash reserves that mesmerize world leaders, a nation that manufactures cheap goods to swamp Western supermarkets and department stores. The other China is the one where leaders can, in every sense, bury their problems. Nowadays, Chinese can speak their minds, but not write what is in them without taking tremendous risks. Deep social dislocations offer little hope, unless just being richer is enough. Corruption pervades every aspect of life. Bribes are required even for the humblest services. Education offers a meticulously doctored version of the past. Nowadays, Chinese students at leading Western universities often refer to Tiananmen as a riot and comment that the government did well to put it down. At Oxford, they picketed the criminal Dalai Lama. Many Chinese are richer than they were 2 decades ago, and some Westerners admire the new mega-rich. Liu Xiaobo, last year's Nobel Peace Prize winner, now serving an 11-year prison sentence, knows them. A number of acquaintances of mine from the days of the 1989 demonstrations went into business and got rich after the massacre. They speak expansively of the great affairs of the world and enumerate the ways in which their money-making is good for Chinese society. Recent studies probe these matters. Mao's Invisible Hand, edited by Sebastian Hallman and Elizabeth J. Perry, shows that 2 of Mao's guerrilla policies still animate his successors: endless experimentation, both local and national, and abandoning what doesn't work to zero, and on what does. It was this flexibility that enabled Mao to survive and win after 30 years of struggle against Chiang Kai-shek. Throughout Mao's guerrilla decades, the study insists, lay his determination to suppress heterodoxy and deem as enemies even the most modest of critics. In The People's Republic of China at 60, edited by William C. Kirby, one contributor writes, "A fundamental distinction needed always to be made between us, or the people, and them, the enemies of the people. The crucial question, how to determine who is an enemy."